Something a lot of beginning sales reps struggle with is that they sell, but they feel unnatural, they feel scripted, and they feel like they're trying to upset the prospect, or it doesn't feel natural. So I want to share some tricks and tips with you that I did in order to make your sales feel more natural, and that people will say, you're selling, but you don't actually seem like you're selling. You sound like you're not a salesperson, right? So usually when people say that, that's a compliment, because that means that you are selling in a natural way and that they feel like they're actually buying rather than you're selling them something. So that's the effect that, usually speaking, you want to have. So the reason why people say, are you selling me something? Because oftentimes they feel that you are not genuine. That's one of the biggest reasons, and that's just the feeling that they have, right? That could be explained by several things. When you're cold calling, one of the biggest reasons is when you ask them, hey, is this John? Are you still taking on clients? If you're cold calling, you will be nervous, and everyone says like the same lines. So if you're doing the same things everyone else is doing, most likely as a beginning salesperson, you're going to come over as if you're selling something, right? And they're going to feel that you are anxious or ingenuine. And so, yeah, how do you actually deal with that? Well, there's tricks you can do. You can use different scripts. You can try to tweak things around. I do recommend it, by the way. But at the end of the day, what really works, and the effect that you really want to create, is that you can sell from an actual genuine place. That you feel like you're actually trying to help the prospects. And if you actually feel like that, most likely the prospect is also going to feel like you're actually trying to help them. There can be a mismatch, because some people just are like more defensive than others, or some people have bad experiences. So even if you're being genuine, some people will still feel like you're trying to take advantage of them. But generally speaking, if you feel like you're coming from an authentic place, like you actually care about the prospect is going to feel that as well. So how do we actually create that effect? You do that by selling a lot, doing a lot of repetitions. And like I said in my other video, you need to be able to be aware of where you're coming from, be aware of your state, be aware of how you feel about your prospects, how you feel about your product. And that takes work to, first of all, change that, but the first step of that is becoming aware. And that takes work in itself. So really feel in your body, and whenever you are speaking with people, feel like, well, this thing that I said, or this thing that I'm trying to convince, like, where is it actually coming from? What place is that actually coming from? Am I really coming from a genuine place, or do I feel like, I kind of want to trick the prospect in some way because maybe you're upset of how they reacted? And so these are all things you need to be able to let go. That won't always work immediately. If you're doing a lot of cold calls, you're getting rejected a lot, you're gonna feel that sting, especially if you're not experienced. But the more calls you do, the more you just be able to let that go, and the more you can come from a good place again, right? So it takes both repetition, but it also takes state management, like actually being aware of where you're coming from while you're speaking and while you're selling. And that's the biggest thing, guys. That is the answer. You coming from an authentic place, that's the best thing you can do. And then, if you are coming from an authentic place, and the prospect still feels like you're selling them something, then you need to see, well, where is it coming from? Or did they have a bad experience or whatever? But if you are already coming from an authentic place, you will be able to ask those questions like, oh, why are you reacting like this? Because I'm actually trying to help you. Or why do you feel this way? And so also every time you will be able to know how to ask the questions in a different way or in a more attuned or more calibrated way that they will actually want to open up with you, and they will actually want to tell you why they're feeling a little bit resistant. So at the end of the day, there are some tricks you can use. You can change your scripts. You need to be aware of how you phrase things, how you pace things, right? Tonality. All of those things are super important. But at the end of the day, if you are coming from an authentic place, that is the biggest thing you can do. And then you will start aligning automatically. You will still need to be able to deal with the rejections or the frustration, whatever people throw at you. But, stay strong, I guess, and just come from an authentic place. That's the best thing you can do. So that's why you currently feel like you're selling, and you want to feel like you're not selling. You want to feel like you're just giving them the opportunity to buy and not like you're tricking them into a sale. But that comes, that's also because your own beliefs around sales and how you buy things is also probably a little bit weird or flawed, or you probably believe when people are selling you that they're trying to take advantage of you. So change your own relationship with how you see sales. That will also help a lot. But the best thing you can do is just do more repetitions, give it time, and come from an authentic place of awareness. So hopefully you liked the video. Check out my next video if you want, and I will see you later, guys. Bye-bye.